Aloha, everyone. My name is Mark, and I am the Casual Exile. Hey, today we're checking out the Halani Gates. This takes you into the sun baked desert expanses of Act 2, where ancient structures stand against the harsh landscape. It's a key stretch while chasing down the trail of corruption. To give you a quick overview, the layout is mostly straightforward, with three major gates dividing the area. Your main task is sticking with Asala as she works the levers to open the way forward while handling waves of enemies. From a quest perspective, this is where you advance the trail of corruption by getting the gates open and pushing to the end. Common mobs include various Faridun warriors like spearwomen or infantry, bladedancers, and javelineers, along with Boulder ants and terracotta soldiers. Your key encounters feature the optional L'im the Impaler at the forward command tents and the major first showdown with Jamanra the Risen King at the Infested Tower. So you ready? Let's go. Okay, so we'll go to the Halani Gates and we'll just kick through them. All right. So fight through this initial pack and then summon Asala. Asala is going to open the gate. Lots of terracotta warriors in this one, so just be mindful of them. They do spawn. Your monsters are getting a little bit more powerful, so make sure that you've been keeping up with your spell levels, your spell gem levels, as well as if you are following my guide for equipment. You might want to look and invest into some equipment upgrades at this level, especially if you find yourself running into troubles. We see a strong box, and wow, we see a strong box. We see our runes of Aldur, and we see a corrupted monster here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the corrupted monster first. Get rid of him. And we'll get a nice essence of the infinite from them. Essence of the infinite allows you, you can see that it will give you one or more of strength, dexterity, or intelligence. It's random. But that's a good one to have. Today we'll get a Gem Cutter's Prism. We like those. And then armor scraps, uncut support gems. I'm going to take the support gems. I like those. They're very useful to me, especially right now. And look at that. With that, did we get a level 2? We did. We got a nice level 2 and some Berisium and a Gem Cutter's Prism, which, if you remember my couple videos ago, I recommend that you apply those as soon as you get them, right? Don't wait. Apply them to your most used spell. So for me, it's going to be Spark, another 10%. And what that does is increases the projectile speed on Spark. So, and then armor strongbox. So this typically contains armor. So I'm going to use my orb of transmutation, my orb of augmentation, to see. It's got 4 packs of monsters. I'm going to regal it and see if I can get some more packs of monsters, which will give me an increased chance of loot here. So, all right, another 2 packs. We'll go with it. 2 packs of magic monsters and 4 packs of regular.
Death and decay.
There we have it. All right, not bad. We got a shield. We got some greaves. We got some sandals that I'm not going to pick up. I don't know if you saw that. Those Terracotta warriors, they do tend to pop out if you get too close to them. So just be mindful of that. It's a pretty linear path, so kind of hidden crevices and monsters. And Asala, if she snaps out a little bit too far, she will snap back to you. So I wouldn't worry about losing her or her getting too far ahead. She will always snap back to you if you happen to get separated. We're coming up on our optional encounter here. That is L'im. And L'im is a particularly nasty little boss. He likes got a spear. He's just a rare, so he's not going to get the full boss treatment like I normally do for bosses. But we'll talk a little bit about that. He drops some good loot, and here he is. You'll see he's guarded by this pack, right? So the first thing that we want to do is we want to draw that pack out. Now we just have L'im to deal with, and here he is. So, yeah, so L'im is just gonna, he's got a long spear, so just be aware of that. You can see how he just telegraphed, you know, that. He does have a couple of rare modifiers, so just be aware. But he goes down pretty easily. And then he has a whole bunch of magic impaled corpses around him that you can use to that you can click on to see if you can get any good loot. No good loot for me, so I'm going to continue on. And right past L'im should be the second gate. And I was right. There it is. Going to open this gate, the Terracotta warriors. And you can see at the bottom, I don't know if you can see that at the bottom left here, you can see the slaves starting to pull the Ardura Caravan through the gate. And I just thought that that was a really, really, really cool thing the first time that I saw it. You can stand there and watch the entire thing if you want. This is what I meant about the Terracotta warriors, right? Make sure you AoE those guys down. That's, you know, these large groups of enemies are why I really love Contagion, because it just travels from one enemy to another and just takes them all out. Now we're just looking for the third gate. Topaz ring, lightning resistant is its implicit. Topaz rings are really great if you can get lightning damage on them because they have lightning resistance. So if you can get lightning damage as a prefix or adds X to Y lightning damage if you're a melee character or a projectile character. And then if you can get additional lightning resistance as a suffix, it really makes a topaz ring very good if you need additional, if you're lacking in resistance with wielding. Right now, you don't really need too many resistances. There aren't too many monsters, you know, that are specifically nailing your resistances. There's one or two here and there, but nothing that's gonna, require you to specifically focus on building up a significant amount of resistance. Totally missed the way to gate 3. Here we go. Should be coming up on gate 3 any second now.
Death and decay.
And here it is.
The final gate is broken. We must continue our advance.
Final gate is already open. Just wait for these Terracotta warriors. They don't spawn. And only a couple more groups, and we're going to reach this checkpoint. And at this point, let's talk about Jamanra, who is the boss to this area. Jamanra is the main story boss in the Halani Gates in this tower area. He's a large, imposing warrior king with physical and lightning attacks. The arena is small and has space to maneuver, but you really need to watch out for the environmental hazards that he puts down. Defeating him will advance the trail of corruption. The idea here is to stay mobile and keep some distance to dodge his big hits. You want to prioritize killing any of his ads quickly. So he's got a couple of telegraphs. He's going to do some lightning strikes. He's going to wind up and he's going to hurl a spear or a lightning projectile. You'll have a visual, a glowing spear charge or lightning buildup. His second telegraph in this area is he'll charge an explosion or a fill attack. And it'll appear as like this glowing thing in the middle of the ground. You want to definitely avoid that. Run to safe spots. Every once in a while, you will see him start to build up energy real fast. You definitely want to get away from that. You'll see the ground. You'll see a glowing ground, and you absolutely want to stay away from that when that happens, because that will cause damage to you, significant damage to you. With that, let's give this guy a whirl. This is the first time that we'll meet Jamanra. The second time, he does get a little tougher, but this is just the first kind of entry way into Jamanra. Let's do this.
Noxious
Jamanra? How is this possible? Beautify.
You can see he telegraphs pretty easily.
And leave you to the side.
All right, there's the. Yeah, definitely you want to stay out of that.
Are unworthy. I shall dethrone you, Sekama, and leave you to the sand.
Just stay mobile here.
The Vatican will fall by wrath of a king.
You can hear his audio, so his audio usually means something.
And leave you to the sand. I shall dethrone you, Sekama, and leave you to the sand. I tried to seek peace, and the Sekamas disgraced
The part where we're going to get a whole bunch of little guys around.
This time, we choose war.
Not a big deal. Stay mobile.
We shall finish this.
And then he runs away.
Make haste. He must not escape. Jamanra.
So we've defeated him. We're going to follow these stairs.
Quickly. He cultures the medicine.
And follow Asala. She went this way. There we go.
This
And
is
we
no
see
matter of
we reached the
sandstone.
dead end.
We must
Oh well.
battle
All right,
first and
return to the
quick
caravan.
start.
Let's go back.
Let us return to the
You
caravan.
did
and
great
entreat
defeating
Sarkis' wisdom.
Jamala. Yeah. All right, let's go back to the caravan. Make sure
The
to...
Countess has used corruption to resurrect Jamanra, and they have escaped with the beast. Thankfully, we have some idea what the Faridun intend. We must reach Deshar as soon as possible.
Now the Hooded One is giving us a hint on how we're going to move forward. We see that Zarka now has a quest. We'll come back to talk to Zarka. Well, actually, let's talk to Zarka right now.
Jamanra can control the sands? Oh, this was not an ability he had in life. It must be born of corruption. There is something in the tales that could help us overcome such a power. It was said that the Horn of the Vastiri
It looks like we
could
gotta
control
make the
winds.
Horn of
You
Vastiri.
would have to retrace the steps of our greatest heroine, Orbala, on her final adventure.
And speak to
us.
Asala.
Ah, you released
Here we go.
Boulder, the traitor. Then it is your duty to redeem her soul by allowing her to serve as a mentor djinn during your dance with the scorpion. In modern times, we give aspiring Dekaras a straightforward test. For this task, however, the old ways speak to Asala. The original trial is not far from here, and
All right, she gives you a nice level 7 skill gem, which is very useful, right? Absolutely keep those skill gems up. And you see we have used the desert map to now travel to the Trial of the Sekimas. And then we'll find out about Orbala's footsteps. So let's do that first. We'll find out about the footsteps. And we'll listen to a little bit of what Sekima Asala has to say. But let me give you the bottom line up front. She's going to send us to 3 places, and we have to go to each of those and create a little artifact, and then that will be used to get the horn. So let's listen to what Asala has to say. I might click through it a little bit fast, but you can read it on your own.
Ah, yes. The Horn of the Vestiri. I know the tale. The ancient city of Keth, the Badlands, and the Valley of the Titans.
Okay. Pretty easy, right? So we have 3 little quests here. We have one that goes to Keth, one that goes to the Mastodon Badlands, and one that goes to the Valley of the Titans.
You have your orders.
So when we come back, we will start out with those quests. And we are going to start with the Mastodon Badlands. I will give you the reasons for that when we get there. But we will see you in the next video. And until then, stay casual, exiles.